Got it. Secured it. Security. Oh shit, locked it. Damn, look at them rims. Just got the van, fam. Just got the van, fam. Let go. Okay, so today's the first day that we're actually gonna work on the van. The first plan of attack is to try to insulate it a little bit. So just to start getting a little bit of experience, we're just gonna work with these really small indentions in the wall. What everyone seems to love and use is the Reflectix. We have like double Reflectix here. So my idea right now is just to kind of stuff some in this little bitty pocket here to get your insulation the way that you want it inside little crevices or little dimensions like this. What we got is this like construction tracing paper, and we put it up onto this to where it would allow us to feel that ridge and give us something to trace. We did that, and then we created this little template here. It fits in there nice and snug, and then we'll use this as our stencil to cut what we want out of this material. So we're using this to waste less of the material that you actually want to use. And that is how it's done. Once we get all these guys done, then we'll probably do the same inside here, where we'll just stuff like the wool insulation inside or the spray foam insulation. And then we'll cover all these guys with their Reflectix just to give it a little extra love. So we got all of the Reflectix done in all of those little crevices. I put it on the back doors there. That looks good, that looks good. And then on this sliding door right here, some of it's popping out just a little bit, but not too bad. I'm gonna maybe use some like caulk and seal all that up just to make sure it's nice and tight. Looking good. I used the extra on the front window just because that's where most of the heat's coming out of, and why not? So for today, I might start working on insulating some of the larger crevices. I've got that wool insulation that I'm just gonna kind of stuff in there, maybe seal it up with some of the 3M adhesive. Also, I've seen a lot of people have trouble with the trim, like on the outside of the van, there's that black trim that goes down on the bottom. A lot of the screws that are punctured through that support that seem to be causing a lot of water damage and rust for most people. So I'm gonna make sure that I go all the way across and just do some extra seal and then spray foam insulation over those just to ensure that there's absolutely no water coming in. So on my van, it's these little babies right here. These are supporting the trim on the outside. I'm just gonna make sure we got that all sealed up, and then I'm gonna give it a nice little love with that Great Stuff spray insulation. Actually, that's it. But then it'll be a. So for the seal, I'm just going to use this interior and exterior weather tight seal. Hopefully this does the trick. The other thing I'm working on today is some of these like spots that are like exposed fixtures or just places for that aren't painted. I'm going to make sure I go over those just so there's no water rust damage. So I'm going to go over that with this like all-purpose primer. It's bright white, and hopefully that will protect it from rusting. Okay, so I found some sort of like electrical thing down there, and what I'm trying to avoid is to put anything permanent where like something for the car electricity is gonna be. So I think what I'm gonna do is I might put like a piece of Reflectix over all of this, and then kind of just close it off to where if this ever needs to get accessed, it'd be okay. Just because I don't want to like seal something up and then something breaks along the line and then we're kind of stuck with it just being broken because it can't be accessed. Oh, wow. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now that I used that water sealant to do some of the weak points from the trim, I'm gonna start insulating some of the other cracks with this great stuff. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's supposed to help with water sealing, flame retardant, mold, all that good stuff. Slightly terrified because it's permanent, but anything I don't like I can sand down or cut out with the razor blade. So here we go.